It's time for cleanup and clean up your code kits. And we are going to also have a feature. I'm going to add the wake up trigger. Yeah, so let's go. We have a GraphQL project which we didn't really use for GraphQL. The Python service is actually pretty clean, but I need to refactor it because I'm going to add the wake up trigger here. Now it brings me to the UI where the mess starts. So if you remember, we had a problem with the audio and we had to make some compromises with the audio context, but now I want to create a reusable module from that. In our WebSocket service, which was based on Go, we have to also clean up because there are some handlers inside the WebSocket files and I don't really want them there. They have to be in their own packages so I can unit test them easier. And since I know I'm going to lose my mind in this video, here is a completely unnecessary animation. So I'm refactoring the UI now. It is a while I'm refactoring the UI. Well, there was a deprecated function, and instead of the create processor script, I have to use the AudioWorklets, and it is a whole new story. So the AudioWorklet is basically a worklet. And what is a worklet? It says it is a lightweight version of the web worker. So basically it's something that runs in the background. And AudioWorklet is also the same. It's going to perhaps play something in the background for you. You can control the volume. You can stream an audio like a player and so on. And then in meanwhile, actually, you can also process your audio before broadcasting it or before maybe recording it and sending it somewhere. For example, in my case, I want a 16-bit PCM. And I found an interesting article written by Thomas Polgar, if I am pronouncing it correctly. Well, he has a good 16 PCM processor. I just came here and here and just copied this whole thing, and now my processor works. So as you see, everything is being recorded correctly. My code is much cleaner. I still have my view. I have a new audio composable, which starts recording, stop recording, and then will listen to the audio, converts it to base 64 and sends it. And the chunks are actually smaller. I'm sending 256 bits to the backend, which is make it much faster. But as you see, sometimes it is still having some errors, but it also because I'm not using the best microphone right now to record this. And sometimes also if I stop talking, as you see, the stop talking did not come immediately. So this is something that I still have to fix, and yeah, let's fix that. So I just realized what my mistake is here, or like what the problem is. It's not really a mistake. I forgot that I am buffering the chunks, which makes sense because Whisper needs to have a very bigger audio than 256 bytes. So this means that I have to flush the buffer if I am not talking. So Golang, the Go application, the Go service has to tell me in Python that, okay, after 500 milliseconds or 300 milliseconds, I've not received anything, then I'm going to send you a flush buffer. And then in that case, this will not matter. And then when I get, for example, let's say chunk dot, right now I'm getting audio, but now I have to get like flush buffer, something like this. If this is true, then I'm just going to say, okay, now just flush the buffer and like transcribe everything. But then I have to first clean this up a little bit to make it a little bit more modular. And then it will be easier to also add the wake up handler here. Okay, this is me again getting really deep into the code. So I got flushing the buffer running, and the way that I am doing this is not with timing out the connection, because if I time out the connection on read, the actual socket connection will be closed and I cannot reuse it unless the UI connects again. But what I'm doing is that I'm running the read also in a Go routine, and then I have a synchronous read loop as before, which is actually having a timer now in it. So every second, if I have not received anything. So in here, I will actually reset the timer if I receive something through the receive channel. But if I haven't received anything, I'm just going to tell Python to flush. And right now it works. I also tweaked some of the properties inside the Python, so it actually listens better. And as you see, it is always listening. If I press start, it is always listening. So we have to add the wake word 2 in this video, and I'm not going to be worried that much about its stupidity right now. This is something that we can fix as we go on. But what I want to have the whole map, and then we are going to increase the quality of each different points of it. So let's continue with the wake trigger. So I think I found how I'm going to have the wake up. So I'm going to use Vosk. Why am I using Vosk? Because I don't want to use Whisper. Whisper is resource intensive. Basically, my device, like Alexa, has to always listen. I hope she's not awake though. So it has to always listen. And if it is always listening and then I'm using Whisper, then it's resource intensive. Instead, I'm just going to detect the wake up word, whatever I'm going to decide with Vosk, and then I'm going to flag that I'm awake, and then Whisper will take over. Should be pretty straightforward. And this is when I wished this is going to be easy, and now I called it Jarvis, and I mean, yeah, it recognizes Jarvis and it goes to sleep. As you see here, so sometimes it goes to sleep and then wakes back up, but still it is not really, it's gibberish. It skips stuff in the memory, and I have to fix this and then come up with a real name. Okay, so right now I have something running which is going to only be triggered on the Iron Man's assistant. Wait, where am I? Oh, there I am. So yeah, this is going to work until I say, "Hey Jarvis." And after this, it's going to be processing. As you see, it has the wake up found, and then now it is continuing to write it down. So the next is to fix this failed send message to WebSocket, because I am sending the wake up to the WebSocket, and then the UI has to know that, okay, now it can start listening and change the UI. So I can get rid of this start and stop, and making it nice, I'm gonna do later. We also have to perhaps change the name, or maybe we change the name in the next video, because I don't know the name that I have in my mind. I don't know if it works in English, so I have to try it out. But let's wait and see what will happen when it goes to sleep.
10 seconds later.
So it is sleeping again. This means Vosk is taking over again, so it's not Whisper. As long as I am working with Vosk, it is going to keep everything in mind that I am talking about until I say Jarvis again. As soon as it hears Jarvis, as you see, it is going to continue transcribe, and now Whisper has the control. So let's go on and then do the UI stuff, and then we are going to see, like, for example, how will it work with like Jarvis. And of course we can polish it a lot, but let's go on and see how can we. Okay, so I cannot get rid of this start. I tried to make a nice UI and get rid of those start and stop. We eventually gonna get rid of this, but later. So when we have the device, if I start now, it's go on listening, the start button will go away, and all of my backends are running. And if I say, "Hey Jarvis," eventually it has to start listening.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No!
Unless I have to restart my backend services. "Hey Jarvis," Hey Jarvis. Oh, come on, Jarvis. Please listen. I mean, this is not really listening right now. Now it is listening. So, hey Jarvis. Can we talk right now? What's up, man? Jarvis? Jarvis. Hey Jarvis. It's got everything. Oh no, it now it's listening. And yeah, so there are still some bugs to resolve. As you see, the UI is a little bit messed up. But this is, I guess, is going to be, yeah, so it is 10:47. I have to go to bed. So as you see, we got it kind of working. It's still listening to me, by the way, but it is actually good because it's not listening with Whisper, it's listening with Vosk. But yeah, so I promise for next week, I will actually do most of the refactorings during the week. And so on the video, we can focus more on the features and descriptions and so on. But today also mostly is a bit of learning for me. So today we used Vosk, we used like Vosk for wake up. We also checked how, for me at least, how the Go routines works. I had some troubles with doing this flushing of the buffer in Python because yeah, some parts of the sentence was not being logged. I'm pretty sure we are going to have more challenges ahead, but it is important to always keep it clean, because when those challenges come, you have to have the space to move around, and otherwise you're just going to collapse. Something I'm not doing, and that's unit testing. Right now, because it's an educational case and it's a fun project. It's my project right now. I do it however I want it, but it's important to do unit testing. And I think after a point where I'm really confident with everything that what the hell am I doing, then I'm also gonna add unit testing. Yeah, so let's see how will be this week. Cheers. Bye.